most loved ones. Kids, hooked on technology and disconnected from nature. And we, as parents, try to encourage them to go outside, explore and play, and teach them history. Yet, it seems hopeless at times. Nokta Macro. Introducing the world's first waterproof kids detector series. Mini and Midi Horde. Easy to use. Lightweight and compact. Finds, discriminates, and pinpoints. Just like an adult's detector. Share your hobby with your kids to build great family memories. Let your kids discover a world full of adventure, experience and excitement of discovery right outside their door. Mini and Midi Horde, world's first waterproof kids detector series for the young treasure hunters of the future.
I'm Dave D, and you're watching XP Team USA.
Good evening. I'm in shell shock. I've been trying to download something and we've been trying to get it over via WeTransfer and I finally just ripped it via Facebook instead. Good evening and welcome to the big detecting show. And it's our first birthday. Yay us. And thank you all and sundry for being here, all and sundry for watching, all and sundry for being interested in the show and giving us the spur to continue. It's been a wacky old year. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, generally technical glitches, but here we are and thoroughly enjoying it. Although I'm not the type who likes doing this, but here we are. So I'll go straight into the hello areas and I'll say hello to Nick West, to Rick Hill, TC Detect. Good evening, Tony. Darren Booth. Arron Weedle. Hello, Arron. Good evening, all. Facebook user. Love that bloke. Rob Random. Scotty B. Scotty Alden, the Detector Network. Sussex Seekers MDC. Bob Hope, who wasn't first on this evening. Ha, Nick beat you. Steve Pettican. Ash Unearthed. XP. Sky Jackson. Pomsy Metal Detecting. Andy Jones. Adrian Gaylor. And I think I'm caught up with everyone. John Titchin, there's John Titchin, Ian Jackson, Sky's Dad, Yorkshire Relic Hunter. So thank you all for joining us this evening. Without further ado, I'll bring in Mr. Arron Weedle, our co-host this week. Good evening, Arron.
Good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How's your good self?
I'm lovely. I'm all full up on sausages and baked potatoes. Have you had your tea?
I've had my tea. What did I have? I had a homemade steak pie, chips and beans. Proper Ooh. Kids food.
Lovely.
All I was missing was the mini pancakes.
So we're all full, we're all bloated, and we're ready for it.
Well, we're ready for it. We're in pain because we're getting old, but that's another story. Arron, have you been well? Have you been busy?
I've been good. I've been busy. I've been out and about. I've been hunting, detecting, been working. Yeah, I've been a busy boy. Been a busy boy.
Working. I hate working. Why do we have to work?
Well, I use the term work in its loosest possible sense. I've been sitting in a cupboard talking to myself.
There's no wrong with that. I do it some days. It's not working. It's just sitting in a cupboard talking to myself. Anyway, Arron, I'm going to click on over because, as I've just said, I've been trying to download the file. Luke's transferred it me, but it didn't quite work. So I've had to go around the houses, and with just as we were doing the countdown, it finished downloading. So without further ado, Mr. Higgins, I'm going to share the screen. Look, sharing audio, as I must, as I do. And I will find the file to play. So, are we sharing the screen yet? Do we know? Anyone? Let's have a look. Yes, we're sharing the screen. So, back to the file. Open the file, and here's this week's news.
Well, first up, we got a fantastic bit of video footage that was sent to us from KC Rallies of a gold hammered coin arising on one of their digs. Fantastic video, and really shows the emotion, I think, that comes with finding gold.
Oh, KC, gold hammered. He's got the dance, he's got the dance. He's got the dance, gold hammered. No. Unbelievable, mate. Congratulations. You're going to pick it up. Go on. Oh, gold hammered. I can't believe it. What? Yeah, it's gold hammered. Oh, mate. Yeah, pod. Oh, my God. Couldn't have to a better.
And next up is a find that was made on last year's Rodney Cook Memorial Charity Rally. Of course, Gary Cook's dig. Detectorist unearths Saxon treasure in Wiltshire farmer's field. So a silver coin found near Swindon may be unique and is currently being examined by the British Museum. Detectorist Robin Goodwin made the discovery in September 2019 on farmland near Broadhinton. During his research beforehand, he discovered that a long disused footpath crossed the land and decided that it might be an interesting place to further explore. And after a few hours of fruitless searching, Robin was thrilled to discover what he immediately recognised as a silver coin. Well done, Robin. A fantastic find, and great that it came up at the Rodney Cook Memorial Charity Rally. Okay, so now we move over to archaeology, to an article in the Daily Express entitled Archaeology Horror, Human Remains Discovered in Scottish Abbey. So archaeologists were shocked to find human remains in Scotland during restoration works. The human remains, thought to date back at least 200 years, were unearthed at the Borders Abbey. The discovery was made as workers were engaged in refurbishment of the ramparts, and a team of archaeologists is now examining and recording the remains. They will eventually be removed from the site for a more detailed analysis. Scottish Borders Council and Historic Environment Scotland are now working together to ensure that the remains are sensitively excavated. They will monitor the investigation to ensure information is added to the historic interpretation of the site. And sticking with archaeology mystery, volunteers baffled by extremely rare 1,000-year-old coins. So archaeologists were baffled after a group of youth volunteers unearthed handfuls of ancient gold coins in Israel. The young people volunteering on an archaeological dig came across 425 gold coins that had laid buried in the clay for almost 1,100 years. And this full story is just about to go up on the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine. It's archmdmag.com. This week's news update. I did just want to mention, I just got myself one of these, the Nocta Macro Pulse Dive. I don't have the scuba attachment on the end of it, but what a fantastic bit of kit, especially for the price. I've got to be honest, I'd never really particularly liked the Nocta pointers, you know, when they're the buttons on the end. I don't really like that, but these are really smart bits of kit. You've got all your buttons on the side. Again, obviously you've got your little light, but really robust, really good looking bit of kit. Obviously, you also have the option of upgrading to make it into a scuba detector. But yeah, fantastic bits of kit, fully waterproof, pulse induction as well. So that will make them very, very stable on the beach. But yeah, I think next time you're looking at a pinpointer, it's well worth taking a look at one of these, the Nocta Macro pulse dives. Brilliant bits of kit.
Marvellous. Fantastic, that, Luke. Arron, isn't he the most dapper gent in metal detecting?
Isn't he, though? You know, he's out with his little flat cap on more often than not, shirt and tie, comfortable little brogues. Yeah.
Wouldn't see me in one of them. I got married, that was about it. That's for me with a shirt and tie. What do you think of the news? Some great stories there, Arron.
Yeah, I mean, those gold coins, when you first see that headline and it says, you know, dug up by a group of youths, and you think to yourself, well, wow. So what, they've been out detecting, they've stumbled across them, or whatever. And then it turns out, actually, they were volunteers and they were helping out, you know, and it's like, right, I see. Okay. So they didn't pocket a few, you know, they weren't little scallywags. They were supposed to be looking for it. But, I mean, what were they doing on this excavation? Were they just, like, helping out, and then they didn't expect to find the gold, or were they looking for, like, remains of a floor or a wall, or what?
From the initial report that I read, I think they were basically out on an excavation, a proper excavation as volunteers. I think they were students in archaeology as well, and just so happened to pop up. So it's a dream find, really, isn't it?
Very nice, very nice.
And Jed Barabi, how good! Wouldn't you love to live in the background of Jed Barabi, where the skeletons were found? What a beautiful looking place! Very, very spooky looking. Yes, that's the word. Atmospheric. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. So hope you all enjoyed that. I'm going to share the screen again, Arron, and we've got this week's images to look from that have been sent in by viewers onto the Big Detecting Show Facebook group. So if I may share again, Mr. Higgins, that would be delightfully kind of you. Marvellous. Oh, we don't want that one. We want this one. So we'll select them all, and we will. What do we do now? Do we open? Yeah, we'll open. There you are. I was trying to be damnedest to download other things, so I forgot to set this up. Anyway, this is Carlos Marina. He's newish to the group. I've not seen him pop up before, but he's added a number of his finds this week, and that looks like a nice buckle.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice to come out in one piece.
Some form of loom weight, do you think, Arron?
Yeah. Some sort of loom weight, maybe possible trading weight, maybe. Yeah.
I've got one not dissimilar that I found in Shropshire, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay. Yes, it was actually the last find I ever made with the X-Terra 705. Never should have got rid of that. Now, a bit of a livery button. Let's have a zoom in, shall we? There we are. Isn't that nice?
That's a nice shiny one, isn't it?
Isn't it? Very nice. I'd like to know the history, obviously, on that. If Carlos is watching, if you could pop some details into the group, explaining what it is, or if anybody else, I'm sure Nick West will actually be able to. If it is a military button, Nick West will be able to answer that question. Now, I'm not good with coins, as we know. So, who's that then? Who have we got? Third. Someone the third. Is it George? George the third, maybe? I don't know.
No, is that William? Is it?
Let's try and refer to that. Let's have a look at this little hurdy-gurdy here.
Charles?
William the third is facing the other way. George the third is... it's someone. I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Yeah, William III. People in the chat are saying William III.
Oh, marvellous.
Yeah.
Well, I was close with Neville III. And I presume this is the other side of said coin.
Yeah, I think he's got it upside down, though. That would be like a C3, wouldn't it?
Another one.
Is that a nice little Is that a farthing, halfpenny maybe?
You ask me these questions. Now that's George II.
Yeah,
It says George's II Rex.
that's quite. Yeah.
That is, considering the age, what we're talking, George II, we're going back to 1727 till 1760. So that's quite a decent bust on that, considering, isn't it?
Mm. That's had a good scrub. That's had a good clean-up.
Mm. This is Ian Jackson's bits from the last couple of days. Again, a nice thimble. Some bits and bobs, sixpence. Thimble, as
Spindle
I said,
whirl.
spindle whirl. Yeah. So, some buttons up the top.
Is
Cartridge.
that a bullet
some,
there?
yeah.
Single ringer.
And
Yep.
some, yeah, lovely. I need to get out more. This is Cy Weller. Now, at the end of this, I've got a brief video, which I think I'll have to stop the sharing and then rethink it with, because he's got a video of finding a ring, I think it was. It might have even been that ring, which is lovely.
Look at that. That's nice.
Now, I'm honestly no idea with the age, but you've got the stampings and everything.
Mm.
So he's had a nice little haul there. And I do like these cyclist touring club badges and the likes. It's modern history, but it shows history.
Yeah, I had something similar.
Mm.
I think it was 3 years perfect attendance from a school, dated 1906.
Bloody hell.
Solid,
Mind
and it
you.
was a solid silver little pendant type thing.
Yeah. You had to
3
go to
years
school then, or you were dead, wouldn't you?
Who's giving kids a solid silver medal for perfect attendance? Maybe that's why a lot of them play hooky these days, because they're not handing out medals no more.
Not getting any
Where they're going
silver.
wrong.
Cross my palm with silver, sir. And that's one's a last image from Carlos Marina. Now, Luke, I apologise. I'm going to have to stop sharing and reshare again because I didn't click. I forgot about the audio. So if that's okay, I'll reshare again. And then we'll look at the size video.
All right. I just recalled over. Simon has got, like, yeah. Wow.
Potentially.
Wow.
Look
Let's
at
have a look.
that.
Let's get it in focus. Oh,
Can you see it?
my days. Yeah, you can see it.
Is that Emperor's head?
Oh, don't
Or am
know.
I tripping?
It needs a really good
Wow,
clean.
wow,
but
that's
that
nice.
is something special.
Look at it. Just look. Oh, hang on. There's all marks on it.
Is there?
No.
Oh.
Mate! What is all that about?
Oh, that is phenomenal. Let's get that in focus again. There we go.
Have I got any signal here? Hang on.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing.
That
That's
just looks
gotta
Roman.
be Roman.
It just looks Roman to me, mate.
It's gotta be. How deep was that?
That was... Oh, mate. Couple of inches? 3 inches?
3 inches. And what numbers was it coming up on the
That was
knots?
15.
15 on the knots. 800. Wow.
Mate. I've got to ring Jamie.
So thank you, Cy, for sharing the images and the video. A fantastic find that. I'm absolutely clueless on the who and what it would be, but Arron, fantastic find.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, looking at it with the Roman face on it, it was a Roman sort of emperor. Or something like
yes,
that. Yes,
but with all the stampings on it that we showed in the pictures earlier, I presume that would obviously point to a lot later.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was the design of it and what was on there, you know, for the seal and everything else, and you think to yourself, well, that's got some age to it. But then when you see the hallmark inside, you think it can't be that old. But I mean, obviously, it's going to have some sort of age to it. But when did they start hallmarking gold rings?
Arron, look what's flashing below us. It's the
Full
birthday
weight
show. It's the birthday show, and I said to Luke, get whoever on. Just get people, surprise me. So we've got a surprise call.
Asking for trouble now.
Who is it? Good evening.
It's Andy Sampson.
Hello, Andy Sampson. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Fantastic. Pleasure to have you on.
Thanks a lot. There you go. So I'm a surprise, am I?
You are. For those who don't know, Andy Sampson's a metal detectorist. We spoke to him on All Metal Mode UK. Andy had a bit of a Roman coin hoard find a couple of years ago that turned out to be not so much, but then came back and had a real one.
Yeah. No, well, not a hoard, but yeah, the first one was the fake hoard that we found from the detectorists. I don't know if everybody remembers that. It made every national newspaper. And I know this week it popped up on my timeline again from another club, another Facebook page where somebody had found it and decided to put it on there again.
Can I say thank you? I want to say thank you to you, Andy, because you sent me one of those, so thank you for that.
Oh, did I send you one of those? Well, I'll tell you what, you're one of the very few people I sent it to. I think I only sent 3 out. I think I sent one to yourself, one to I sent 3 out. I sent one to yourself, one to Mike over in America, and he never received it, so I sent him a second one.
Yeah.
Post.
Yeah.
I've got it all encased, pride of place.
Have you?
Lovely.
All right, okay. I'll carry them about in my wallet now. I've got a couple in there that I show people.
You pop it. Roman
crack.
Hall turns out to be TV show detectorist prop.
There
So
you go. Yeah.
I take it, obviously, for those who don't know the story, I take it was found on the set of the Detectorist.
Well, yeah, my wife works actually on the farm where they film the Detectorists, and we knew that they were coming to do some filming, so we were sort of like mucking about and trying to find out where they were doing it, but there hadn't been anybody there. And we went out one evening, and bearing in mind we'd only been detecting for about 6 or 8 months, and we went out and we found a piece of field that had been freshly ploughed, and we thought, cool, this is great. You know, it was a nice sunny evening, and we started going on it, myself and Paul, and after about 10 or 15 minutes, he'd gone up the other end of the ploughed bit, and he started dancing around and shouting that he found Roman gold. And obviously, when he came across to me and showed me, I mean, we weren't any the wiser. I mean, as I say, we'd only been detecting for about 6 months. We didn't know what it was like, you know, anything like that. We went back over to where he'd found it, and yeah, lo and behold, we pulled 54 coins out of the ground with pottery. So it's all looked, to me, it looked real. You know, we sat on the edge of the furrows, and I couldn't believe it. You know, it was fantastic. But then obviously, my wife spoke, well, because we were trying to find out whether or not they'd left a load of coins here, and she spoke to the director the following day and said, look, you know, have you left any coins anywhere? And he said, no, we wouldn't do that. And then all of a sudden, she said only my husband and his mate have dug up 54 coins in this ploughed bit, and he sort of stopped her and he said, oh, hang on a minute, what ploughed bit, whereabouts? And she told him, and there you go. So our dreams were dashed at that point, which you know, I'm still getting counselling for it, but I'll get over it.
I take it you wanted to put a spade in the back of Mackenzie Crook's neck.
No, I mean, I can see it. I can see the funny side now. At the time, it wasn't particularly funny. We both, you know, paid our mortgages off and bought sports cars and everything in our minds. But the sickening thing was that we came home and we started looking through the books at what the coins were and going on the internet, and there was one coin which was an Emperor Nero gold coin, and if it had been real, it would have been worth £27,500, and there were 6 of them. So we were, which wasn't all that, you know. So but you know, it's a good story. It's good
fantastic.
story. And as I say, it keeps flitting round. And somebody put it on one of the detecting pages only last week, and it came up, and I thought, oh, here we go, you know. And there was all these comments on there, and then somebody said, oh, Andy Sampson's on this page, and I sort of give it the old thumbs up. So yeah, every now and again, it gives everybody a bit of a grin.
But you did end up getting some roaming up.
Well, yeah, I mean, what was it? Last year, January, we were on a different area and found a real gold solidus. So that was brilliant. And literally, to the day, a year to the day, I found another one in another different field. So that was weird, very, very, very weird. But yeah, I've actually got it here. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but I'll try and put it up to the camera. But it's quite an odd one. There we go. Can you see it? Can't really see it. Yeah. So
wow.
Get a bit of focus on it. There we go.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I know. So I mean, again, that was at the bottom of a hole, and you just look at it. And but it was the weird thing is it was exactly a year to the day when we found that. But we've had a lot of other bits and pieces. That, as I say, was at the beginning of this year. And believe it or not, since I found that, I found absolutely nothing else. Doesn't matter what you go out, and I've nothing. Nothing
the curse of the gold.
Yeah. Do you know what? I honestly think it is. We say it every time we go out, but there you go.
Luke, can you briefly share the screen again? Somebody's Graham Dempsey sent me a few images, which I'm going to have to find now. Obviously, are they in there? No, they're not in there. They're in download. I'm going to have to have a word up. There we are. So, do they ring a bell?
What, with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where were they?
Somebody in America's bought them, apparently. Some detectorist props.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, not from me, they haven't. Our ones, that's our ones, and they're on they're actually still at the farm and in a glass case there, the non-hauled. But that's what so that gives you a good idea. There also, just to let you know, that we also found the tree, where Mackenzie Crook and Toby Jones sit under the tree and do a lot of their chatting, and where the coins actually at the end of the last program, they all fell out of the tree.
Yeah.
And we found the tree. I've had a couple of pictures taken with us sitting there, and just for a laugh. And we ran the detector round, and there was a load of them still underneath the tree as well. Where they come out.
Fantastic.
I didn't get excited about those ones. I kept swearing every time I found one.
I take it you kept one or two of them.
Oh yeah, we've kept all them and put them in the pile. But the interesting thing is, one of the lads who works at the farm, he's a shepherd up there, and his son, who's quite young, I think he's 7 or 8. He's really, he's quite, he really wants to get into detecting, and I've given him the old pinpointer, but his dad bought him a little detector, and they went up to that tree and had a little go round it, and I think they found a couple. So that's really sparked his interest in it as well, which is a good thing, I suppose.
It is brilliant. You know, real or not real, finding something like that. My little lad found something like that. He's 7.
Well,
he'd be beside himself, and I think he'd be for life then.
Yeah, I was like that when I found the 54.
Have you found anything in a similar manner, Arron?
No, I don't find anything. Me, you know me. I'm lucky if I find a 2p.
I tell you,
fantastic.
One of the things that gets me, and we found quite a lot of the a lot of little Roman grots and bits and pieces. Found a nice Saxon pendant. which I've got here. Hang on a minute, I'll dig it out and show you. A really nice old Saxon pendant, which where are we? I've got all my little bits here. Look. Good. Which we found on a field, which we think is a Saxon cemetery. You see that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And I had one of the guys at our club. He made 3 up out of silver and 1 of gold, and they look cracking. I mean, this has got gold. It's got gold plating on it. You know, it's not gold plate, is it? It's you know what I mean, gold.
Gild?
Where they put do what?
Gold gilding.
Yeah, gilding. Sorry, yeah, that's got little bits of gold gilding on it, but obviously made one out of gold for us, and yeah, it looks really, really smart. My wife's got that.
Fantastic.
And my daughters have got the silver one, but yeah, we find we found lots of bits and pieces like that, and it always gets me when we go to our local club, and some of the guys at the club, they just they just say, oh, I wish I could find a Roman coin like that, and it then makes you realise how lucky we are where we go, you know.
I'm just going to give a shout out to a few more people in the group because in the chat, because it's gone a bit ballistic since I last looked.
Since I came on, yeah, we have that. Yeah.
There's a few in agreements that it's being a military button. Andy Jones and Nick West. Hello to John Clayton, to Gareth Howard, Pete Terrell. Good evening, Pete. Hope you are well. Where are we? Rick Hill. Rick Landaker. Hello, darling. Hope you're well, Mr. Fat Fool. Nice to see you. I've said Scotty B before, but I'll say hi again. That's Tony Kaywood again. Lee Hull. Good evening. Dominic Tomschick. See, I'm a natural now. Craig Hearn from Celtic Stag Detecting, who we'll have give a brief mention to them in a wee while. And he says, and he said happy birthday to us, and thanks to everybody for the birthday wishes and anniversary, Pete. He's also given a shout out to Paul Briley on him finding a small hoard on their second dick, and he's only been detecting for a month. And hello to Simon Dempsey. So that's me all caught up there. So, Arron, have you got any questions for Andy?
Well, apart from, like you say, when you found the hoard and you realised that it wasn't gold, and you were slightly, I say slightly gutted, you were probably very, very gutted about it. To be honest, if I'd have found that, knowing what they were, that there were these TV props from a TV show that you absolutely love, I'd be over the moon. Well, it's not as nice, obviously. Roman.
Let's be honest. I mean, it's a great thing to find, isn't it? I mean, initially, our initial thoughts were that they were real. So, it was only when I took them to a guy who lives across the road from me, and he's been detecting for years, and he's part of the archaeological survey in Suffolk. And it was only when I sort of ran over to, I was shaking, I ran over, took them over to him because they were all in a box. And I put them on his kitchen table, and he looked at them and said, God, where'd you find them? And then he picked them up, and as soon as he picked them up, he said, they're not real. And I thought, silly old sod, don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, he did. So he knew immediately, whereas we didn't. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to have. Yeah, it's a good thing to find. Yeah,
very good, very good.
Mesmerising. Just to let everybody know, we are 7 minutes away from the big metal detecting show. Oh, we've got a call waiting. The prize draw via Diggers Dips, and I hope you've all been on Diggers Dips this week playing their lovely little game. I got quite addicted in work, and I've seen my battery power go at dinner time thanks to their new virtual dig game. So we've got a call waiting. So who are we bringing on now, Mr. Higgins? Oh, it's Kev Marchese. How are you? It's the glamour model. It's the glamour model of metal detecting.
Oh, stop it. How is everyone? All right?
Dandy, how are yourself?
Not bad at all. Good to see you all.
And yourself. Obviously, we've got Mr. Weedle here, and we've got Andy Sampson to your right there. Up there and down. It's like the Brady Bunch now, isn't it?
How you doing?
Let me guess. Is Kev coming on now to start talking about his gold coins as well?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
I think he's just come on as the the bit of fluff for the ladies, let's say.
He's the eye candy, is he?
Hey, no, you're the one losing all the weight, mate. You're doing really well.
I wouldn't say losing weight. I'm toning up. I lost. Mind you, I've been to the toilet before and I lost a pound or two.
Oh, yum.
So, you found something delightful, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. A find of a lifetime, to be honest with you. The story is as good as the coin, to be honest with you. It was the first sort of dig back from the virus, and it's good to see everyone. It was really good vibe. The weather was all nice, and I was marshalling, bringing everyone in for Southeast Metal Detecting rallies and shop, and welcoming everyone. Everyone was in the field, came in, and just started detecting with Jamie and a few others. And I think it was actually my first signal, found hammered. I was like, well, that's a good start. Anyway, it turned out to be the greatest day detecting I've ever had. Found another hammered after that, and then another hammered 5 yards away from my van. And by then, there's a few people going, well, what's he doing? What's the score with it all? So anyway, I sat and had lunch. Everyone had lunch and everything. We just started all talking about, how lucky I am, and obviously I couldn't believe my luck. And we were sitting lunch, and some chap went and started detecting just literally about 10 yards away from the van. And he was just swinging just wildly, and I don't know what he was doing, whether he's calibrating his machine or I don't know what he was doing, but I was thinking, I don't know whether he's going to find much, but I know a guy from Wiltshire who detects like that, and he finds loads. So I thought, well, I'll get up, give it a swing, give it a go. And I was everyone was still sitting down having lunch, and I was about 10 yards away from my van again, and I had a 53 on the dais. And I said to them, guys, this isn't going to be a hammered. It's too low. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Jamie, who I detect with, stood up and said, right, I'm standing next to you for this one. And I'm glad he did. Because I was about 6 yards away from the gate, 4 yards away from the van, and I dug this coin. And I dug it. I looked up at Jamie. Jamie looked at me. I looked down. I looked back up. Next thing I know, my shirt was around my head. I was swinging away in the field. I didn't even pick up the coin. I just went mad. I was like, oh my God, I found a gold coin. Yeah! I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, so I've got a coin, looked at it, and I just couldn't believe it. I've got it here. I don't know if it was, I don't know, the glare's not great, but it's it's pirate money. It's Spanish cob, one cob.
Wow.
But it's dead straight, amazing. And so I've got the coin in my hand. And I ran up to one of our detectorists that was there, David Lang, who is just a proper detectorist, one that I admire most, along with Pomsey and everyone like that. And he is so placid. I mean, this guy is just, he knows his stuff. And I just went bombing over to him, and I just launched myself at him. And he must have thought I was going to attack him or something like that. And he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I was like, sorry, I don't know what to do. What is this coin? He looked at it, and I've never heard him swear or anything like that. He just went, beep, oh my God, what have you done? I was like, I've no idea. And I just carried on running around the field topless, just completely in amazement. And then sort of passed it around everyone in the field. And also, which was good, there was some newbies there, and they just had it in their hand, and you could just see, like, wow, just, it was really good. Then there was a guy that's been detecting there for years. He's been detecting with about 40 years, and he's never found a gold coin. And I just put a coin in his hand, and when it's just amazing, you're just like, wow. So I sat down, gathered my thoughts, went along. I found another cut half. Charles found cut half. Then
best day ever.
Yeah, and then a bronze pauper's ring. By then, I just sat down. I was like, I'm not detecting anymore.
It's not
like,
fair on everyone else.
Yeah, it was just couldn't believe it. And I think Luke's got the video of it, but it was. I literally sat down at the end of the day. The weather was nice. Everyone was brilliant, and I just couldn't believe it. It was just one of them dream days that is just never going to be topped. You know, it's incredible. I just wish on every detective out there who slugs through the rain, everything. But it's a crazy good thing to experience, and I wish it on every detective.
Listen, Kev, I'm going to have to interrupt you because I've got to go live over to the Diggers Dips draw. So.
Yeah,
Mr. Higgins, if I can share the screen and we will pull that up for the countdown. So you've got 35 seconds or so. So anyway, carry on. Everyone can see you, but there's this on the main. Crack on for a minute, Kev, or 30 seconds.
Good luck, everyone. Yeah, so basically, I've got a countdown. Arron's good at stuff like this. I'm useless.
Oh, yeah. Arron, do the 10-second countdown. You've got to.
Well, I was just thinking about everyone's dream day with a topless Kev Marchese. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then you have to announce the numbers as well and the name. You've got to. It's the law.
Oh.
Is he the bloke off of the X Factor?
I think he is.
It's 0. Last seen 2 weeks. The second number is number 1. That's how many times I've won on Diggers Dips. And the final number
3
is number 3.
Lucky 13.
Is that Bovey 64? Was that? Sorry?
Bavey 69.
Bavey 69. Sorry, it's very small on my screen.
So congratulations to Bavey 69. My favourite number. There you go. So that's the dips draw done again. At this point, I think we're normally right. We're going into the adverts. We normally go into the adverts. Don't know what Luke done then. We all went quiet for the adverts.
Come on, Luke. Sort yourself out. Well, I'm going to plug something if the adverts don't come on.
Oh no, he's showing your find.
Brace yourself, everyone.
Hold on tight. This is where you see Kev with his shirt off.
What's going on? No way! Kev. No.
He's not got a top off. What a letdown.
It was getting cold.
I was hoping for some action then.
Oh, Luke's got some footage. Yeah.
The complete
it's 18 video. No, that's the problem.
What a letdown. It was all a lie. It was all a lie just to wind us up.
Our most loved ones, kids, hooked on technology and disconnected from nature. And we, as parents, try to encourage them to go outside, explore and play, and teach them history. Yet, it seems hopeless at times. Nocta Macro, introducing the world's first waterproof kids detector series. Mini and Midi Horde. Easy to use, lightweight and compact. Find, discriminate, and pinpoint. Just like an adult's detector. Share your hobby with your kids to build great family memories. Let your kids discover a world full of adventure. Experience and excitement of discovery right outside their door. Mini and Midi Horde. World's first waterproof kids detector series for the young treasure hunters of the future.
Sounds good.
I'm Dave D, and you're watching XP Team USA.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for the adverts, and thank you to Diggers Dips for their input in the show and for giving us the prize. It's won tonight by Bavey69. So we have another call waiting. So welcome, caller.
Hey, how you doing?
It's Scott and Kimmy.
Happy anniversary!
Thank you very much. Nice to see you both.
Nice to see you as well.
Hey guys.
Where's Kev? Is Kev still here?
Did we lose Cheesy?
Kev Marchese must have gone. He must have gone to find some baby oil. How are you both?
Great. Absolutely great.
Marvelous. And you, Scott? Happy?
Doing absolutely well, man. I'm having a really good time in life, and it's a great time to be metal detecting in the world, and yeah, it's absolutely awesome. I'm doing well.
Fantastic. A nice little orb of doom going on behind you.
Yeah,
I don't know. Be chasing that in a minute.
Where stickers go to die, basically.
No, traditionally, Dave. Traditionally, whenever Dirt Diggers UK go live, traditionally, Scott normally licks that orb of doom. Am I wrong in saying that, Scott? Do you not normally lick the ball?
I normally, I become detecto electro. I lick the ball. I get slightly electrocuted. Yeah,
yep.
It's all a bit of fun.
That's not weird at all, is it?
I'd make some really crass remark, but Kimmy's here, so I'm going to behave.
Lick the ball.
I don't want to be known as the ball licker. That's fine.
And you know Mr. Sampson below as well?
Yes.
No, I haven't had the pleasure. It's nice to meet you.
All right.
Really awesome. Hey.
I think we've sort of briefly spoken in the past. I think
you're the one that found the coin from the detectors.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. Yeah.
That's old news now. He doesn't want to lick it. He doesn't want to talk about it. He wants you to lick the ball instead.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
You know you're never going to live that down now. I've found that out.
I know.
So what have you both been up to? Have you been out and playing nicely lately?
Man, we've had some fantastic last 3 hunts. We've got our first permission since we've moved, and just we did not expect to see the things coming up out of the ground we're finding. Well, mostly her finding, really.
Yeah,
why don't you tell what you found so far?
Well, where will we start off with?
First day, walked into the permission. My second hole was a nice little Charles. The first, what was it? Little half penny, little silver. tiny hammer. And you know what? I thought I was having a really good day. I was on top of things, and here comes Kimmy from across the field. Look what I got! Look what I got! Hammered, silver. But the thing is, right? So we're field hopping and everything on our second trip there. She pulls out. She's never had this before. A nice little bucket lister, a little silver annular brooch came up.
Wow.
And then yesterday was a really good day. And I don't mean to keep you too long on this. So we're field hopping. It's a potato field. They plow it really deep. It's like 2.5, 3 feet deep for potatoes. And she goes to the top of the hill. She pulls up a hammer.
But tell them the story there.
She goes down the hill a little bit more. She pulls up another hammer. I'm pulling up a Roman. She's pulling up hammers. It was an incredible day yesterday.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot going on this commission. We need to get back there, really.
Yeah. Really.
So you said you've moved recently. Where have you moved to?
We're in Essex. We're right on the coast. I could literally walk down the street and hop the sea wall and be on the beach for some beach detecting as well.
Oh, marvelous! Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And of course, Mr. Weedle loves his beach detecting.
Yes,
I do. I do. I get less hassle on it.
We've got a flasher going on again here now. We've got another call waiting. So who's coming to join the party? We should have all had alcohol tonight, not drunk.
Well,
on a school night.
That's not good.
Oh, loads of people. Kev's back, and it's that lovely man there as well.
Come in.
How are you?
Good.
How are you, Mr. Stainton?
I'm marvellous. Thank you very much for asking. How are you all?
Marvellous.
Good.
Look at this, 6 people on the show at once. This is all new to me.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I wore the wrong hat.
I've got one of them.
I would hope so.
It's going all Brady Bunch again here. All Brady Bunch. Arron, I'm going to hand the show over to you for a bit now. Let you talk.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Dear, oh dear. All right. Dean, Mr. Shilling King, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
How are you, Dean? How have you been?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
I see you've been back out. You've finished making your tomato boxes. Been back out.
Oh, more there as well. Yes, I have, yes. Oh, it was an experiment to grow tomatoes. So we just put them in the tomatoes, planted the seeds. I've now got 60 fruiting tomatoes. And no garden.
Have you also been putting glitter on snails?
Yeah. and little ugly eyes.
Have you not got any nail varnish?
Oh, I didn't think of that. No.
Do them in nice, sexy colours. You know, you might start a new trend there.
Go faster stripes.
Oh, yeah.
Good, Dino.
They should be in the garden, should they?
Listen, if anybody, Andy, Scotty, Kim, Kev, any of you've got any questions for anybody else, just dive in. Please be our guest. Well, you are our guest. Where's the what?
Van.
Who's Van?
Yeah, Dino, it's honestly, you're going to have it soon. I'm going to drive it over to you. I'm going to leave it outside your house. He's got a love affair with my van.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. I've got some tomatoes.
Dave, just quickly, if anyone wants these Peaky Finder stickers, I've got quite a few. Just drop me a message.
Why, mate? No one want them.
That's it. Scotty's got some of them, but I've got quite a few. So just if anyone wants one of these, or just drop me a message.
Well, you've got a spelling mistake in it straight away, haven't you?
What?
There.
Where? What?
Made you look, didn't I? Oh, Luke's here now.
Hello.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, Kev. Right, mate.
Hi, Luke.
Andy, Arron,
right.
Dean, Scott, and Kimmy. How you doing? Arron.
How you doing, everybody?
Arron, you need to come on some more of our digs, my friend.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, because I'm not going to find a hammered coin on the beach.
No.
I will. I'm going to come on your digs. I will come along.
Always welcome, mate. We can do that. I'm sure we can arrange getting you there. Just send us a message. But we're out every Sunday. It'd be good to see you again, mate.
Yeah, it's a long time, mate. You're more than welcome.
And what's the name of the digs?
As long as you keep your shirt on,
Last time, Arron, we started digging a bowling green, didn't we? Which
yeah.
Let's get about that in a minute.
Yes, we did.
What's the name of the group who do the digs, Luke?
Southeast Metal Detecting Rallies.
So there you go. Anybody who's interested, then if anybody, we've got a question. What beaches in Essex do Scott and Kimmy detect? That's from Adrian Gaylor, but he's actually can't spell detect. It says deck-tect.
He's the one drinking. Good on him.
It's highly confidential.
Yeah. Give me my location.
Never give away your locations. That's a good question. Oh, nice try.
Yeah.
Do appreciate that.
Try again.
Another call waiting. Someone else to join the clan. Good evening. Another caller. Who have we got now? God, look at all these. Oh, it's Peter Arron. Look at all these. Hold on.
Hang on, let me sort my hair out.
That haircut, Pete.
How are we?
Look, done it. Got it on quick. I've lost my other hat. Are you well, Mr. Tyrrell?
I'm very well, Dave. How are you?
Tatty hilarious. Thank you for asking.
Good. How are we all doing? We all good?
All good.
All good in the hood.
I think there's 4 LP hats going on here now.
All the cool kids wear an LP hat.
I need one. I'm going to get one.
I'll sort you one out.
Line down.
Yeah, you need to get with the program, Stainton.
Yeah.
So how's the first year been for you, Dave?
The first year, it's been a learning experience, Pete. It's been great to speak to so many people who I've never met before. To be able to speak to all the people on screen now who we've met at Detectival and such like, but because I live so far north, it's difficult to actually get down south to visit and, see people in the flesh. It's been great to catch up with people. We've had some... I was just watching Dean's door open then and someone come in. I thought that was quite profound. We've had some great technical issues, as we do. And, we're here now. So it's brilliant. It's nice for people to actually turn up and watch because even if we've got one person viewing it, it gives us the oomph to carry on, really.
No, absolutely. And do you know what, Dave? I've seen on Facebook and you talking about these brand new graphics you were getting for this week. I was expecting more than that.
Well, there's a story behind that. I'm inept is basically the best explanation. I'm inept and Mr. Higgins has been absolutely manic at work. Some images, I'm waiting for them to come back and they should be here sooner rather than later. And I've also, what most people don't know is that we actually opened our first shop on the website this week as well. So I've been trying to suss out how to do that and dabble in creating images. And I've actually taught myself a few things. So I might actually try and knock something up myself instead of just overlaying a kid's birthday thing over the original screen on Publisher.
I still much prefer that it's your anniversary. Dave and Luke's first year anniversary.
Oh, well, it's Dave and Luke's about 4th anniversary in that respect. But
That's cool.
TC saying LP should sponsor the show and give loads of stuff away. Well, we do have a lot of different people who spoke to us from different organisations, including, for instance, Graham Dempsey and Treasure Hunting Magazine, Greenlight Publishing as well via Mr. Gaylor. We may have some other people coming on board to offer prizes in Digger Dips. Instead of your tokens for your weekly prize, there'll actually be something else included in the show as well. So we're hoping to add to that as well. So you can have an LP hat.
Yeah, I've got lots of them.
Oh dear. What's he doing here now? What are you doing, Stainton's flashing.
Probably rude.
Do you know, I think all of you there are South Coast apart from me, really, aren't you? Eastbourne and South Coast. Where are you, Andy?
I'm Suffolk Essex border.
Is that, well, you know, South again. So I'm basically, I'm surrounded by Southerners apart from Northern Ireland and America.
But they're in Essex.
That's why we can.
That's why you're all going out finding gold and Roman coins and silver, and I find 2p's.
We do like a bit of bling. We do like a bit of bling.
My
gold will come.
What was that, Dean?
Yeah, me and Dean.
Aaron's doing Norman Collier now. Arron, what are you doing, Arron? You looking for a dog? Oh, he's froze.
No,
he's back.
He's taking us out. Come on.
Listen, right, I've got an idea.
Screen that I'm. What?
If Pete sends Kev a hat, Kev can get his top off.
Hey. Come on, Jesus.
I don't know who that's going to benefit.
So, Pete, since the lockdown's been over and people are back out and about, has business been picking up? Pete?
Sorry, I lost.
Oh, hello.
I've just mentioned it on my own.
Since the coronavirus malarkey stopped and what have you, has business been picking up for LP?
Well, do you know what, Dave? And I'll be really honest. I've said this to a lot of people. Coronavirus for us actually didn't affect our trade negatively. What we actually found was that suddenly all these families around the country were stuck at home with their kids, driving them mad. And what it's actually created is loads of beginners into the hobby, especially family groups that are now out in the field, out in their paddocks with their kids, teaching them about history. So we've actually been really busy through Corona. Plus, on top of that, all the challenges of running a business through Corona, which was a total nightmare. But yeah, it's been busy, really busy, which is good. We like busy.
We do like busy.
Yeah.
And with the Nocta mini hordes in due to come out soon as well.
Yeah, hopefully. I talk to Dilek quite often about that one because it's a product that's in huge demand. We're getting lots of interest for it, which is incredible seeing there's nothing out there apart from a video that Dilek's done and talked about briefly in a few test units. The word's spreading and yeah, it's going to be a good product. There's nothing out there. If you're an 8-year-old kid, all right, you could use a MindLab Go Find, but it's not really designed for kids. It certainly fits the purpose, but it's not designed for them. So to have the peace of mind of it being waterproof and rechargeable for less than £100 is, yeah, it's a good product. We're looking forward to that one. Shouldn't be too much longer.
Now, my son, he's 7, as you know, and he's been out with me a couple of weeks ago. We went out with the Simplex because it was first time proper, and it was perfect in the sense that it was able to shorten it to the perfect size for him, but weight and balance totally different. A lot of people have said, "Oh yeah, you can use one of them." You could, but the weight and the balance, and he's a big lad for a 7-year-old. But you know,
but this is what the Mini and MIDI Horde's designed for, Dave. That any kid will be able to pick it up. It's simple to use and it's lightweight. And yeah, you can just get on and use it. You don't need the parents helping you out as such. You can just go and do it on your own.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no,
I'm really certainly looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Me too. Luke's back. Must be something going on.
Yeah. I just wanted to say with those, I'm really looking forward to those for my girls.
Yeah.
Because even knowing they were utterly hopeless and useless, I've got to put my hands up. I bought 2 of those National Geographic things probably about 6 or 7 months ago, just because I wanted to get them detecting, and completely pointless. Yeah, so I'll be first in queue for those. Can't wait, because they come detecting with me all the time, but they just kind of sit around in the back of the car and they're actually picking my machine up, trying to do it, trying to copy me, but there's just no way. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great little product, Luke, and I know we've talked about it for your kids, and yeah, it's going to be great. Can't wait for that.
Me too, definitely. Probably more so. Me and Luke, obviously, we've discussed it as well. And I'm just reading what Stainton's putting on the screen now. Hey, Rock Liquor Pettican. I think the MIDI Horde is going to be more apt for him because of his size for a 7-year-old. The mini Horde's just that little bit small.
Yeah, well, with the MIDI, you've got a slightly wider arm cup, it's slightly longer, and it's not so childlike, if for want of a better word. So instead of thumbs up, thumbs down, it's got proper detecting icons.
Right.
So yeah, be a good machine.
And is the release of them going to be simultaneous, or are they going to be one after the other?
No, it should come through at the same time. So the plan is, rather than drip feed in the market with the product, there should be enough at launch to fulfill anyone that wants one, hopefully. Don't hold me to that, because it's out of my control. It's not my fault, but yeah, it should be good.
And I suppose that the pressure's on to do that before Christmas then, presumably.
Yeah,
I mean, that's macro now.
Yeah, it's a key time for us. I mean, obviously the business that you're in, you'll know that Christmas is going to be key for that product. Obviously, it's got a purpose through the summer months when the kids sit down at the beach, it being waterproof, that sort of stuff. But no, as a gift purchase, it's going to be just the right time, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So all hassle Dilek to get it out. Ain't my fault.
Yes, everybody bulk message Dilek and tell her to get it sorted ASAP. Yeah. Anybody else got any questions for each other, or for Pete, or for Luke while he's on screen?
Yeah, well, I've got a question for Luke. It's been a year now. He's still not dialed in with his webcam. What's going on?
Yeah.
Come on, Luke. Well, yeah. I haven't got my cap on. I haven't got a tie on. I haven't got a shirt on. Clothes maketh man.
So you're basically doing a Marchese on us.
I've got me Dennis the Menace pajamas on at the moment. So
let's see it.
No, believe it or not, I don't even know if I can do it. I don't know if I can put the camera back on.
Oh yeah.
Same old line.
Let me have a look.
Come on.
I don't think I can. But
if he does do it and he's got Dennis the Menace pajamas on, I'm disowning him.
No. Honestly, I got in this afternoon to relax from work. Took the shirt off I'd done all day. Put another one on. Took my daytime flat cap off. Put my evening flat cap on. So.
Marchese's stripping.
Dora's laughing now.
Come on, Laura.
I think we should we definitely need to get Laura on as well. People need to see the Mrs. Higgins.
Honestly, I don't think I can turn this camera on. Hang on, let me try.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
That's the wrong button.
For some reason, he won't be able to get out.
Paul Grimley says, questions. What are your feelings on attending digs at the moment? Do you feel it's time to get back to a little normality? Anybody?
You can't select camera now.
I mean, I'll take that one first, Dave, because we typically organise LP digs, and we're certainly not at the minute. And it's purely down to, I've obviously got myself and my team to consider as well as my customers, and I'll be really blunt and honest, and it's the same reason our showrooms are closed at the minute, that every Monday I go on Facebook and we've got organised things going on where there may well be social distancing, it's all sold as that, but social distancing falls apart when you all group together for a selfie and you're all passing fines to each other. And that's where the problem comes for me, that these very same people then want to come into my showroom in front of my teams. And I can't risk my staff as a responsible employer for that to happen. And that feeds down to the group digs as well. I don't have a problem with digs happening as long as they're managed correctly. I mean, the risk assessments that I've had to do as a business owner to operate during COVID, I can see maybe that's not happening with some dig organisers. And it's disappointing because it affects the whole hobby, and businesses like mine that are trying to do things the right way. And we've just had to draw a line and kind of stop all interaction because of the stuff that we're seeing on social media. And it's not just us seeing it, it's people behind the scenes, conversations we've had, Dave, recently. We just need to be a little bit smarter, I think. And then life can get back to normal a little bit quicker, or the new normal, whatever that may be.
And of course, this month we're missing out on both the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally and Detectival.
Yeah, and again, Dave, the reason that they're not happening isn't because Mark and Gary couldn't manage it, because absolutely you can get toilets cleaned, you can enforce social distancing rules, and you can do all those things, but it needs everyone to understand what that means and follow it. And I mean, Gary in particular, he's raising money for a cancer charity for people that are sick, and at the same time, it's difficult. And I don't want to go on a rant and a moan about things. I am, but it's just frustrating when you look on Facebook and you see group digs happening with everyone huddled up, having selfies together and passing fines between each other. I just don't understand why people aren't getting it. But hey ho, that's my whinge over.
But at the same time, in the real world, outside of metal detecting, football are reintroducing fans. There's talk of 2,000 being at Cambridge in the near future.
Yeah.
Rugby are reintroducing fans. What's it going to be like there? I mean, hey, very, very start of all this malarkey, Cheltenham Horse Festival went through the roof on COVID because they were stupid.
Yeah, well, I think you know, Dave, I've got a couple of season tickets at Spurs, and the season starts in a few weeks, and I speak to my account manager often every week, and they still don't know what's going on. It's not so much the stadium, because it holds 60,000. You could have 5,000, or you could not use every other seat or whatever, to just get season ticket holders in. But you think about the transport getting there and all that sort of stuff, which it obviously isn't a concern that we have in organising digs. But if the whole hobby could just be a little bit sensible. Or it might just be 5G and we're all worrying about nothing.
I've got this tin foil hat. Can you produce some LP tin foil hats?
If I can sell it, I'll produce it.
Listen, mate, you can have that one. You can have that one on me.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
I'm actually going to show. I'm going to show and tell. I said we'd opened up our little shop this week, which is basically merchandise and what have you for this show, because people have been asking for a while. And thanks to Scott Holden of Detector Network, he pointed out how to do it the easy way. So we've opened that up. I best share the screen, hadn't I? Where's the show gone? There it is. Let me just share the screen. There's somebody else waiting to come on, but let's share the screen, Luke, if we can, because obviously... oh, here we go. So this is the shop. Lots of nice, lovely things, as you can see. Waiting for some updated images so they look a little bit better. But as I say, people asked, so we've attempted to do. So I'm very proud of this one. I created these little babies last night. Look at that.
They look awesome, Dave, to be fair. You've done a good job there, mate. I was looking through it the other day, and it's brilliant. Some good quality stuff there.
Well, the just dig it stuff was a flash of inspiration last night. Checked all and sundry, and it's a bit of a play on Nike, really. So look at them. Pretty cool. Just dig it.
Yeah, well done.
Anyway. And we had an order as well, incidentally. I had our first order, and I was like, oh, I've had an order. Anyway, we've got a call waiting. Who's going to be number 9? Because Luke's still on. You can't see him, but he's there. Good evening.
Hey, Paul.
How are you, Mr. Stokes?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
All right, Nursey. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Just enjoying the Guinness.
Oh,
He's got an LP hat on as well.
Graham's another legend.
You're a legend, Pete. Hey, Pete, I need a new cap. This one's getting a bit mucky.
Look, everyone's after it here, aren't they? You need to make them digital, let him print them out himself with a 3D printer or something.
There you go.
Oh, Luke's disappeared. Anyway, I'm not including everybody else in the conversation here. Scott and Kimmy. I got it the wrong way around then. Throw something in. Throw some hand grenades in.
Hey, Graham, it's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Graham.
Kimmy, I've
Susie,
missed the start of the show. I don't know if you've talked about it, but what have you been up to today, Kimmy?
Work, home. I wanted to go metal turn, but I had to go to work instead.
Well, I saw a post from the Horde.
Say it again. Sorry,
something about Horde.
Yeah, something about a horde. What happened yesterday? What's still what happened?
Well, let me explain. When we went out yesterday, we went into the first field on this new permission. So we went in, we went in there for a little while because he hates it. We went in there for a little while, and then we field hopped. So we were sitting in the car, and we made this little pact thing that whoever wins the best find, doesn't have to be a coin, doesn't have to be an artifact, the best find buys dinner. So Scott thinking, I'm going to kick her butt, as always, I'm going to kick her butt. He comes up with his silver, Vicky silver. So we get into this other field. Scott's down the bottom of the field, and I'm up the top of the field, and I've gone, Howard. And he's like, what? You know what Scott's face is like, what? Up the field he comes.
With the camera.
With the camera, as he does, my cameraman. As he does. So, done that. So it was one down. He walks away, literally 2 seconds later. Another hammered, and he's like, I just give up. I give up. I just give up. I'm just wasted.
Well, honestly, you know what? I had just pulled up a little Roman minim, and it was sitting on my spade, and I hear hammered over my shoulder, and like my minim means nothing anymore. You know what I mean?
So, no, listen, that's not it. So then he walks away again, and 2 seconds later, hammered. 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 He absolutely hated me yesterday. He actually went back to the car and huffed. He said,
No.
Yeah, he did.
I took a break. I was taking a break.
He went back to the car and he huffed.
I didn't take a fiver. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, what a day. Honest to God, these fees that we have just got.
We've been field hopping all over the permission, and some of them were really slow and quiet, and we expected this next one to be quiet, and it was the most brilliant one so far. So who knows what's going to happen next?
Yeah. I know the best thing about it, though, the farmer, he's so interactive with his. And I go back and we'll go back and have a conversation.
That's a
with
real
him.
plus in metal detecting when the permission owner is really involved in what you're doing, what you're finding. He wants to know the history of his land and surrounding areas. So we're just giving him everything we find, except the hammers. But we're letting him know what's happening, and he's just totally enthused. And I wish everybody's farmers were like that.
We're like that.
Yeah, and it
Fantastic.
would make everything so much
Honestly.
easier. It'd be so less animosity between.
Well, I seen him yesterday, and I said to him, I've got a surprise for you. And he goes, well, what's the surprise, Amy? Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you I'm actually going to hand him back the brooch that I found on his land. So I am.
Right.
I'm going to give it. I'm going to display it for him. I'm going to get it registered and display it for him and give him it back.
Meant.
So yeah, do you know what I mean? And
You're a giver.
no, he appreciates it.
Are you a
too.
taker then, Scott?
Yeah.
I've had another flashy to tell us that there's a caller waiting. So let's bring on the next caller. There he is.
Good
It's
evening.
that nice Mr. Scott Holden from Detector Network. How are you, Squire?
I'm very well. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Lovely to see you.
You too, and all of you as well. It's the most people I've seen on the stream so far.
We are the Brady Bunch. I've got a question from Paul Grimley again. He said, so what era do you all prefer finding finds from? Saxon, Tudor, Roman, etc. So we'll start at the top and we'll ask Scott.
Well, I'm sorry, repeat the question, please.
Oh, sorry.
What era do you prefer to find finds from?
An era that I haven't found a find from, which would probably be the Saxon era. Honestly, it's just there's so much that's not known about that dimension of society that came over from Europe and settled over here after the Romans left. I just want to know more. I want to see some of it in my own hands. I want to find it. I think that's what would really pique me on that one.
And yourself, Mr. Sampson?
Yeah, I'm the same as Scott. Saxon stuff. We've not found lots of it. The stuff that we have found is very early Saxon, late Roman, early Saxon stuff. But what always gets me is that on our permissions, we'll find on one field, we'll find perhaps Roman bits and pieces, and literally we'll walk 10 foot across a pathway into another field, and we won't find anything Roman there, but we'll find medieval, and we won't find anything medieval on the Roman field. And it's weird the way that it happens. It's like every field has its own era, if you like. But we do think we found a Saxon burial field, which our flowers told us, because we found several little bits and pieces. But yeah, not lots of it. I mean, where we detect is not far from Sutton Hoo, so I'm dying to find some goodies from those people over
That'd be
there.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So under Mr. Sampson is Mr. Weedle.
Aaron's found Saxon. I haven't found Saxon.
I'd like to find something hammered. I've not found anything hammered yet. Just something hammered. A nice silver hammered coin.
You're talking and your voice is coming about 5 seconds before your mouth moves.
Badly dubbed.
Badly dubbed boy.
That's weird.
Mr. Stainton, yourself.
That's weird. I'm joking. Victoria, I love finding stuff. It's always it's just a great period. I think there's all sorts of stuff you can find. And obviously all the standard stuff. I just love finding Edward the Seventh coin. Love them.
Yeah.
My favourite, really.
We could pass Kev Marchese because he's a pirate treasure. So go on, Mr. Kev Marchese.
Oh my goodness.
Well, basically, a little bit like Mr. Sampson, I've got a field that's just pulled out, in excess of about 60, 70 hammers. Not me, but a lot of people. And then you go literally one field across, and last week I found another Roman coin, and we absolutely smashed it, but we don't find any Roman anywhere except this field. But for me, and this is on top of my gold coin, my top bucket list.
Have you found a gold coin, have you?
Did I not mention?
No.
I'll tell you the story about it later. It's great. But yeah, on top of my gold coin, top of my list is a seal matrix. I'm yet to find one, but that's right on top in front of Saxon or anything. That's for me. It's just a personal thing like that. It's just incredible. I just love to find one.
Mr. Terrell?
Well, for me, I like Roman artifacts, so brooches especially, anything Roman. I used to love the Roman history when I was at school. So yeah, that's carried through.
Nursey, yourself?
Something quite difficult. Viking. It'd have to be something Viking for me. I'd love that.
I'm exactly the same.
That'd be it for me. In fact, that reminds me, Dave. I've got a book for you. From when it's about when the Vikings invaded the Wirral. So that's not far from you, is it?
Is it Ingman's Saga?
Don't know. It's red. It's a red.
Oh, this is Ingman's Saga's blue. I like books.
Chairman Mao had a little red book.
Yeah, so
Scott.
something Viking.
Sorry. Yes, me too. And the Bronze Age accent. I'm desperate for one of them. Scott, I know you haven't been out much, but what would you be your little era?
For me, probably Roman. Same as Pete, really. Yeah, because I got into that quite a bit at school as well. So
Brilliant. There was another question from someone all the way up there. No, we've had that one. It was from Paul Grimley again. My best moments in the last year of the show, without a doubt, as well as talking to everybody, which has been fantastic, it was my meltdown at Julian Evanhart not being able to use his phone. It was the funniest thing I've ever been involved in my life. The Detectable show. What a show that was. It went on for about 4 days, that show, but everything about it was perfect, especially Adrian and his inability to use technology. Julian, sorry. We have a question for Scott. Scott, Detector Network. Release date for the apps.
So tonight, I released the Android app to Play Store. So apparently there's a bit of a longer review process than usual because of coronavirus, but I hope it won't be longer than 5 days. It's finished. I hope you'll love it. Leave us an amazing review if you do love it. And the iOS one will follow about a few weeks afterwards. So, but I've got it on my phone right now. It's great. So even though I do so myself, but yeah, it's finally here. So I hope you love it, and let me know if you don't. You know, we'll be improving it over time. So
marvelous.
Scott, can I just say, because I think the app is so important for people, especially nowadays, because I carry my phone around with me all the time. I'm not attached to my desktop all the time. So I'm really looking forward to the iOS app coming out. So
iOS, okay.
Get on board with it. Well, who doesn't have iOS?
Well,
chaff phone.
Well, man, to be honest, you know, I'm a veteran developer, and I love tech. And Android have taken over in the last 3-4 years. Maybe because they've copied iOS a little bit, probably. But they are very good. They are on par. However, I do appreciate Apple and iOS's attention to detail. So we will be releasing both.
Yeah.
And I do have both. So that's fine. But it's good to know that you've got iOS. I didn't know that. It's a 50-50 thing. I put out a poll on Detector Network. I said, right, guys, what phone have you got? And most had Android. So I said, right, okay, let's focus on Android first. Let's get Android out there. That's what most people want. Then we'll release iOS. And but it's kind of 50-50. It's hard to release, you know. But I've got Android. I've released the Android now. That's done. iOS is 75% complete now. So you won't have long to wait. Don't worry about it.
Someone's just disappeared and I can't put my finger on who it is. It's like them games where you move something. Who's missing now?
Dave.
It's Arron. Arron Weedle's disappeared.
Oh yeah, he fell asleep.
He's found 2p. He got overexcited.
Well, listen, everybody. It's been fantastic to have you all on tonight, each and every one of you. Hope to have you back individually in the near future. Again, from myself and Luke, it's been a great first year, and we look forward to everything else. Look at them, Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazines.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. We would have had 6 this year if it wasn't for certain viruses popping up.
Oh, I know. How many have you
had,
Dave?
How many what?
Viruses.
Me, just the one. Just the one.
It's lovely seeing you guys again.
And yourself,
great.
Jimmy.
Yeah, absolutely awesome seeing you guys, man. It's a fantastic time to be metal detecting, and it's great to be with.
Well, hopefully we'll all see each other out on an event at some point soon.
We certainly will.
What we need to look forward to.
And we'll break Scott's metal detecting virginity.
We will indeed. Yeah.
Aaron's back. Aaron's back just as we're about to end the show.
The stream isn't ending already, surely.
Pardon?
The stream isn't ending already, surely.
Yes, we are, sadly, because Mr. Higgins and myself have got to get up stupid early. We do have a video to play to end the show. It's the new Kevin James metal detecting melee video.
I love that. It was so funny.
Kevin James, the American actor, brilliant short. It's only a 2-minute long one. And Kevin Dean are just playing together. He's passed him a cup and he's got a salt cellar. So, if I can get some last words from everybody, Scotty and Kim.
Happy hunting, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll catch you all soon.
Swing low,
swing
slow,
and
keep on swinging.
Yay!
Mr. Sampson?
Yeah, good luck to everybody and speak to you all again sometime.
Mr. Stainton?
Take care, good luck and happy hunting to everybody. Wahey! And hopefully...
He's like Phil Cool, isn't he? He is Phil Cool.
Dean, can you do your moving on for us before you go?
That what? Oh, yeah.
Can you do that thing you do? Moving on. Can you do that?
Moving on. Hold on. Let me get out of the box. Moving on.
Mr. Marchese.
Well, yeah, good luck, happy hunting, stay safe, and I hope to see you out in Detectable or some sort of group dig soon, because it's been madly missed this year.
It certainly has. Mr. Tyrrell?
Yeah, same from me, really. I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone again. We've been in our own little bubbles for what seems like forever. World's a crazy place, but yeah, can't wait for it to get back to normal and have a good catch up with everyone around some bonfire somewhere with people falling over drunk and making tits of themselves.
Are we talking about Scotty B here, any chance?
I think there's a few names on the list, Dave.
Mr. Holden down below.
Dave, Luke, you're absolute legends. Happy birthday. Thank you very much for accommodating me. And all good luck. And yeah, looking forward to the next few months.
And Mr. Weedle, who will obviously have back as one of our co-hosts in the coming weeks.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's been fun. I've had a blast. It's been a great evening.
That was perfect. Your lip synchronization was perfect that time.
I've switched cameras. I'm not on the laptop anymore. It starts to get. It was getting tired. There was too much going on the screen.
And Aaron's the audio. Aaron. Out of all of us, Aaron's the one that does audio for a living.
He's done a fantastic countdown for the draw. Right, thank you all again, everybody. I'm going to share the screen now, Luke, and we'll go out with Metal Detecting Melee, the new the new short by Kevin Smith. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Next week, we have the Celtic Stags and Mike Smith of Celtic Chariot fame, who will be having a South Wales special of the show. So I look forward to seeing you next week. And don't forget to go over to the Celtic Stag Facebook group to find more about the Strata, Florida Abbey dig, which starts tomorrow. Thank you all. Luke, sharing the screen, and good night.
Good night. Good night.
Happy anniversary.
here first. I was here first.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Our most loved ones. Kids hooked on technology and disconnected from nature. And we, as parents, try to encourage them to go outside, explore and play, and teach them history. Yet, it seems hopeless at times. Nocta Macro. Introducing the world's first waterproof kids detector series. Mini and Midi Horde. Easy to use. Lightweight and compact. Finds, discriminates, and pinpoints. Just like an adult's detector. Share your hobby with your kids to build great family memories. Let your kids discover a world full of adventure, experience and excitement of discovery right outside their door. Mini and Midi Horde, world's first waterproof kids detector series for the young treasure hunters of the future.
I'm Dave D, and you're watching XP Team USA.